In Munich and Frankfurt, owning a home remains out of reach for many. Prices fell by about 20% in recent years, yet they had climbed so high before that even after corrections, affordability barely improved. The European Central Bank's higher interest rates cooled demand, but now rates have eased and demand is rising again. For average earners, the dream of a home stayed. 3 years ago, fears of a housing bubble in these cities were strong as prices soared to record highs. Today, the bubble risk is lower. Analysts say the correction came with higher interest rates, which cut borrowing power. But as demand returns, experts warn a new bubble could form, leaving buyers trapped between volatile prices and rising credit costs. The European Central Bank raised rates to fight inflation, pushing mortgage costs higher. For many families, financing a home became nearly impossible. Even as rates ease now, incomes have not kept pace. The gap between wages and property costs widened. Inflation-adjusted prices in big cities fell 20%, yet affordability barely changed. Why? Because absolute levels remain sky-high. A correction doesn't reset decades of surging values. For ordinary people, even a discounted apartment still costs far beyond reach, locking out much of the middle. Experts warn that renewed demand could quickly drive prices upward again. Munich and Frankfurt, as financial and tech hubs, attract investors. Combined with limited land, the competition keeps pushing ownership into luxury territory, leaving normal wage. For many, housing remains not just a market issue but a social divide. Rising barriers to ownership mean younger generations may never afford homes in these cities. Experts fear this fuels inequality, resentment, and political discontent if left unchecked. The pause in the bubble risk is temporary. Analysts stress that without broader housing reforms, affordability will remain elusive. Rising demand, global investors, and stagnant wages create a cycle that threatens stability in Germany. For now, the traffic light on Munich and Frankfurt's property markets is yellow. Caution, but not crisis. Buyers remain squeezed, yet markets have avoided collapse. The question is, how long can this balance last before prices surge again? The housing story in Munich and Frankfurt captures a national dilemma: affordability. Despite corrections, ownership stays reserved for the wealthy. Without structural reforms, the dream of homeownership will remain distant for millions, shaping Germany's social and economic future.